Okay. Who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And we are live here on Friday night in the UK, straight after the Marvel Legends San Diego Comic-Con 2024 panel to recap all of these Marvel Legends they have revealed. Now, again, we only seen them like a matter of minutes ago ourselves, so we are digesting this. You're getting our initial reactions, and I say ours because I'm not the only one here. Of course, it's displayed once. Rich M, Rich, how you doing?
Don't blame me, madam. Blame Jason's fucking fault, Dan. Oh, hello, sorry, Dan. She was distracting me. Hello, hi, Dan. How you doing? You alright?
Was she expecting a Marvel Legend today?
She was going to be the HasLab. She's got it, yes.
There is a poll in the chat right now regarding the HasLab. Of course, we're going to get to that topic a little bit later, but please do get involved in the chat first and foremost. But yes, today we are live for a bonus live stream to recap all the Marvel Legends news. People are always excited to talk about these reveals, including myself. So let's break them down. I'm assuming most people are sat in their room on their own watching these reveals while their significant other doesn't really give a shit. Maybe their family members don't either. Well, we do. This is the place that we can get hyped up together.
We'll be a significant other for the night. We'll tell you how lovely you are and give you a cup of tea when you need one.
That's great. I wish, someone.
Has Amanda got a cup of tea, Dan? Have you made Amanda a cup of tea?
She's watching the Olympics. She's gone all French. She wants a baguette.
It's Celine. It's Celine singing.
I think she is.
Just be Celine.
I think she is. Right, so let's not mess around. First and foremost, go and check out all the other long form content on the channel. You know, the playlists. Obviously, a Joe's and Juice is coming, as the HasLab has already funded. That's right, no surprise to anyone. Turtles and Tea as well. Shout out Tanner, he's drinking drunk somewhere. Super chats Friday, anything over £4 or $4. She will read it out loud. Whatever you say, she will read it out loud. You can use the Streamlabs donation link at the top of the description or the little $sign in the chat. And shout out Little Leaf Creations, who before we even went live is gifted a channel membership that was caught by Robert. So shout out Pete, aka Little Leaf Creations, for the early channel membership token. I appreciate that, my friend, and so does Robert. Hopefully Robert in the chat said thank you. What else we got going on? Hit that join button. No after show tonight, of course, as it's just a little bonus for me and Rich, but Legend and Liquor is happening at the weekend, as you know. Big San Diego Comic-Con recap stream for Legends and Liquor. Not just Marvel Legends. We will talk about anything and everything you want to start thinking about your favorite reveals from San Diego Comic-Con. And we will be back on Sunday. But today is Friday and we've got some Marvel Legends to go through. So there's the poll in the chat right now. It quite simply asks the question, how do you feel about no Marvel Legends HasLab this year? Hang on, I can hear something. It's my wallet. What's that?
Hey, my petition's worked out at last.
My wallet's very happy about that. My wallet's like having a great time. It's a lovely time. Yeah, my wallet's happy about it. Rich is very happy. His campaign for no Marvel HasLab has sort of landed. And to be fair, so far the poll, as you can see on the replay crew there, 83% say it's a great idea. Great idea. 17% say no, it's a terrible idea. And of course, that is a conversation we can debate, but we will save our opinions. Even though I'm pretty sure.
What my favourite thing about it all is there's no HasLab, but there's a pre-order that's going to take a year. So technically, it's
I know.
HasLab, but we're not calling it that, so it's fine.
It's all marketing, isn't it? It's all just hidden within the marketing concept. But we shall discuss that a little bit later. Let's just dive straight into these reveals. I do want to say thank you to everyone who's joining us here on this Friday afternoon. I can see you in the chat. We will come back and talk to the chat a little bit later, but let's just go through these reveals first, and then we'll come back around and talk to you guys, okay? So let's do this. Where's my button? There it is. Let's go. So we have a Marvel Legends Lockjaw. Now, for a long time, I have had the Mezco version of Lockjaw on my shelf because I thought it was a void that Marvel Legends were too afraid to fill. But no, they have went for it, and he looks like a chunky boy. And to be fair, just from these initial pictures, he looks pretty good. He seems to have 2 face sculpts rather than like a. Actually, is that 2 face sculpts an interchangeable jaw? No, it's 2 face sculpts, isn't it? No, yes, an interchangeable jaw.
The jaw changes, yeah.
There you go. There's the image there. Also, so the jaw changes. You get the effect for his what do you call
his
that?
Antenna thing.
And also the legs are
like a rod.
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to think of a word. I couldn't think of a word. And his legs are detachable at the end, so you can sit him down without it looking too awkward, which I don't mind at all, because a lot of people
like a real dog. That's what you do to Teddy, isn't it? Every day.
Ted, let me just take those legs off. That's it. Good boy, sit. There you go. Let me just attach them on. So yeah,
tuning fork. Thank you, Alec. A tuning fork.
That was the word I was trying to think of. That was why I hesitated in the moment, because I knew there was a word for it. Thank you very much, Alec. So yes, Lockjaw was revealed. So first, we'll come back to Lockjaw in a second, but it's not just Lockjaw. Who is the perfect... Look, Rich, if someone had asked us who would have been the perfect person to pack in with Lockjaw, I think we would have both said Crystal.
Malkan. Oh yeah, Crystal.
Yes, Crystal. And how have we, so we've talked about Crystal recently, and we both talked about the different costumes we could get with Crystal. And I said my preference would be the yellow jumpsuit, and you would have liked that, but you also said that you'd be happy with the Avengers version as well.
Yeah.
But today is the day we have our answer, and
it's a great thing, because with the yellow jumpsuit you can do classic and moderns. You give her long hair and short hair. Oh wait, hasn't read the mod comments, didn't know about that. Just long hair,
They'll give it 2 head sculpts though, to be fair. So Crystal is on a completely pinless body. It's not the highly articulated Black Widow altered body, but it is still a completely pinless female body, which I will accept. Again, I'm a pin snob in this day and age. But we do get the 2 head sculpts for Crystal as well. You can get one in sort of a more windswept action pose. Face sculpt does look very nice, so grant you. And then you've got a sort of just down over the shoulders look. She does look very good. I do like the look of her, and she comes with some new effect pieces as well. Rich was telling us in the chat, this is where the Hasbro budget have gone this year.
That is all gone on that. You wanted new things. No, we've got 2 new elemental sculpts. Expect to see this on every character with fire or ice powers for the next 50 years now. That's where all the budget has gone. Can't have anything else new this year, but we've got new effects for Crystal. Come on!
New effects are not a bad thing at all. They just seem to sort of slip around the wrist. Not a problem. I don't mind them trying something new. The new effects is a small detail, but it has something. It is something that just gets a bit repetitive and boring within the Marvel Legends line. So seeing something new, that's decent. So there you go. Lockjaw and Crystal is a 2-pack, which makes perfect sense. So this year, Hasbro have been doing a pretty good job with their 2-packs in regards to the characters they are pairing. They've got like an 80% success rate, I think, with their pairings, because I still think Mystique would have been a better pairing than Rogue. But still, I digress. This is the right choice. Lockjaw and Crystal in a 2-pack. Both Lockjaw and Crystal come with 2 heads, or a different expression at least. Some effect pieces, and then those removable legs. Does Crystal come with any other hands? No other hands. No, she does. They're there. There you go.
Oh, enhance.
Enhance. That 90s technology comes to use eventually. So there you go. So that is our Amazon and fan channel. Thankfully, it's a fan channel as well, because Amazon is a pain in the ass in the UK. But there it is, the pretty promotional box. It's a windowless box, which I'm fine with. It's Amazon anyway, so it's not like it's going to be... Usually they do windowless boxes when an item isn't sold at retail, because it doesn't need a fancy box to show off what you're buying, because it's just stuck in a warehouse somewhere. So because this is Amazon and fan channel, you get no window box.
But I think this is not, because Lockjaw is bigger, because all the other Amazon 2-packs have been window boxes this year. So I think it's because Lockjaw is a bigger figure. Yeah, I think that's where they've gone with this.
That would make sense. Either way, my point was I'm fine with it. No problem with it at all. But you'd probably could bang on.
Sorry, Dad, I've been drinking. I'm very contrary tonight. I do apologise.
It's fine. But anyway, Rich, what do you think, though? So there you go. There's your full reveal. The first reveal was Lockjaw and Crystal 2-pack. Lockjaw in her inhuman suit to go with the other 3 we have, Karnak, Black Bolt, and Medusa, who, to be honest, all 3 of them could probably do with an upgrade already. So Crystal's going to be the only pinless one out of the rest of them. But still, that royal family is slowly getting complete, and they've done Lockjaw, which is probably the biggest Inhuman character from that royal family we could have got. So, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, like I was talking about Kamala Khan earlier. Obviously, if you're going to play any character with Lockjaw, Crystal would be the one I think a lot of people would be pleased with. It makes the most sense to go together. The Lockjaw, I like and I don't like, because they did such a good job on Zabu with like the articulation and everything. And then this seems like a step backwards with the swappable legs, when I don't get why they didn't just articulate it in some way. Like, you could have still have had the swappable legs to make him sit down, but the back legs could have been like articulated. I don't know, the articulation doesn't seem like enough on this. In hand, maybe it'll be better, but like, there's no, you can't bend those like front legs at all. They're always going to be up. It's only got like articulation point of the wrists on both of them. Dogs have wrists?
Yeah, no, I didn't realise that at first, but you're not wrong. Like, Zabu obviously has the inverted sort of elbows, knees, whatever you call them, on four-legged felines. But yeah, Lockjaw doesn't have any articulation at his like elbow or knee or whatever it is. So it is, yeah, that's interesting, because I wouldn't have minded the interchangeable legs, but you still could, just for a more natural looking pose, but the legs still articulate, but they don't articulate. So that's an interesting point. I didn't even realise, to be fair. So there's everything you get with Lockjaw, as we said. And there's Crystal. So, yeah. Either way, is it something you're going to be wanting to add to the collection? I'm assuming you want Crystal and Lockjaw.
Yeah, 100%. I would want both of these to go on my display. I like the when they were like streaming there, someone shouted out redo back, and I was like,
Yeah, there was a few people
and they were like, what should go with Lockjaw?
Rectangular, not rectangular, it was in parallel, wasn't it, in the crowd shouting Ritu Karnak or something like that, which is not wrong. As I said, though, the whole royal family that we've got so far could do with an update. My Medusa has been leaning on her, like, she's just drunk on my shelf. Her hair is so back heavy. To be fair, who do we need to complete the royal family now? Just the core royal family. We've got Gorgon, Trident, and
Maximus.
And Max, that's it. And that's the royal family then, right?
Kind of, yeah. The main one's done.
So we're over halfway. So we're 20 odd years into the Marvel Legends line, and we've just got past the halfway mark of the Inhumans. Well, it's getting good, people. We're getting good. Maybe in another 25 years, we will complete the whole team. So just be patient, people, and we will have the whole Inhuman scenes. But all jokes aside, this is a solid 2-pack, 2 characters that absolutely make sense together. And just initially, aesthetically, they look great. Again, for me, I'm not really too fussed about posing and stuff. I do like the option to pose, but I like that we can get them looking nice on the display for sure. So there's Lockjaw and Crystal. And again, Amazon and fan channel. Stay tuned. No pre-order date for that one, but hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm assuming soon, because it's all packaged up and ready to go. So there we go. Next up, we have Quicksilver. Now, this is another one. If you were playing rectangular bingo and you have your bingo cards out, give this one a big stamp. I'm sure Todd is going to be lingering and ticking his bingo card off. But it is an updated version of Quicksilver, as the old one was on a pinned body. It was on the old sort of lanky pinned body. This is a completely pinless version of Quicksilver in, I think this is his evil look, right? The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, like, early appearance version, right?
Yeah, he does go back and forth. I think he's got the green costume in the minute in the comics. He does go back and forth. But yeah, the original look with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was this green costume. This was his first costume. I like this head sculpt on Quicksilver. I think it looks very nice. And the body, like, updated body is great as well. I'm not a fan of the grey card, so with that. But yeah, 100% loving this. And I'm sure everyone in America, Walmart exclusive, they're all celebrating that, aren't they? They can't wait for a Walmart exclusive.
Did you hear the cheer in the crowd when there was Walmart exclusive? Poor MCU Collector even groaned when they revealed that. But yeah, the previous Quicksilver came in the Family Matters 3-pack with Magneto and Scarlet Witch. Both have had re-releases since, so it only makes sense to get Quicksilver now single-packed. But it is upgraded with digital face printing tech and completely pinless. Chadwick Myers with a super chat. Thank you so much. I'll let that play.
Chadwick Myers donated $20. Evening, Mr. Dan and Rich, great reveals all around. Finally, Outriders. DP reveals were fire, slightly disappointed in Deadpool. I'd rather not buy a 100% inaccurate figure just for his accessory. Logan doesn't wear those.
Thank you very much, Chadwick. Chadwick says, evening, Dan and Rich, or Mr. Dan and Rich. Reveals all around, finally. Fire reveals all around, finally, the Outriders. Again, I'm very happy about that. We'll come to that shortly. Deadpool reveals with fire. Slightly disappointed in Headpool. I'd rather not buy a 100% inaccurate figure for his accessories. Logan doesn't even wear the clothes once. I don't want to get into spoiler territory. People are so sensitive with spoilers at the minute. We will talk about the Deadpool reveals as they come up. Of course, we will. Chadwick, thank you so much for the super chat. I think Chadwick emails me now when he has now he has my email. When he sees reveals, he just emails on me directly. So I've had a few inboxes from Chadwick recently, but you are more than welcome to email me, my friend. And yes, we will slowly discuss the Deadpool stuff. But back to Quicksilver, as I mentioned, completely pinless, digital face printing tech, an easy upgrade. And I think I prefer the green for Quicksilver. I think my mind's eye, both of them are acceptable, blue or green, but I think mind's eye goes like, because when he first joins the Avengers, it's like Captain America sort of brings Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch on. He's wearing green, I think.
Yeah, he is back in the first couple of
it's like issue 4 or something like that.
And he gets Crystal pregnant as well, so he pays perfectly with Crystal.
He does indeed. So there you go.
Do you know who he's currently sleeping with in comic books?
I don't know.
The best of all Marvel characters, Monet St. Croix.
Monet, bloody hell.
Yeah, so you can put it with your Monet. He's like the Avengers slag.
He can't be very impressive in bed, though, can he? Right?
Well, he can go again and again and again, can't he, Dan?
Right, if
he's got
quick recovery time, I guess he can, maybe. It depends. She could just lie in there. Is that over? Shit, is that it? What's going on? All right, cool. So there you go. Another retro card on the grey to add to your collections if you are into that. And again, I think I have all the retro cards now. An extra one, so I'll be in for that. Let's get into a first time in the line. Marvel Legends, always happy to add new characters to the display. You know that. And this one we've never had in the 20 plus years of Marvel Legends. It is Wong. Of course, the faithful assistant to Doctor Strange. We have now got in comic form. We have him in MCU form, of course we do, but this is the first time in comic form. And the first time a comic figure has come with these MCU-inspired accessories, which I'm not mad at, because I actually do think they look great on display. And he's very poseable, this Wong. Obviously, not a character design you would think you can get a lot of articulation out of, but they've done a pretty good job here. He can do the full-on splits. Of course, he's a martial art expert, so of course he should be able to. Lots of interchangeable hands as well, and those new mystical effect pieces. So we get a brand new Wong, and again, it's in a 2-pack paired with Doctor Strange, which does make a lot of sense. Now, this looks like it's the same Doctor Strange that was the Walmart single pack exclusive, the one that came with like the blue interchangeable head and the sleeping head as well, I think it was. Or the, not sleeping head, but it looks like he's sleeping. So it looks like the cape's different. Of course, the colorway is a little bit different, and he's more grayed out because he's ill. He's about to be possessed, essentially. So he's very ill, white wash tone on the face. Can we zoom in on that and look at that? So yeah, he's a bit pale. Bless him, and he's got like pink eye. Someone's farted on his pillow. So new cape, same colour. I think that cape's the one that's glued in on the chest, which people find frustrating. But yeah, it's like it's not a zombie Strange, it's just a infected Strange. Like he's about to be possessed, and he comes with the purple effect pieces. But that's not all. He also comes with that interchangeable head, so he can be possessed by Dormammu. Now this looks like the same Dormammu head we got on the single packed version of Dormammu, just now in a more orange tone. But we have had Dormammu already single packed. So the whole offering includes the dog, little ghost dog. Does the ghost dog have a name, Rich?
Yeah, the ghost dog does have a name. The ghost dog is Bats. Bats the ghost dog.
Bats the ghost dog. Very nice. So Jesse Falcon was very happy about that, and that is your full offering. So a Doctor Strange and Wong 2-pack, another Amazon exclusive. Both of them come with the mystical effects for comic figures, which is nice. A nice touch. Some interchangeable hands there for Wong. Doesn't look like any interchangeable hands apart from the effects for Strange, because remember the hands are like attached to the effect pieces like this. I would have liked to get just a nitpick for me before I throw it to Rich. Like the 2-pack, I would have liked an option to have a non-ill version of Strange as well, if that makes sense. Like, I like that we get the Dormammu head, but if you've already got Dormammu, you could have just popped on the one you had. I would have liked another head sculpt of Doctor Strange where he isn't all pale essentially. But that's just my little nitpick. Really like that we got Wong. It would have been nice to have Wong have a different expression as well for Wong. We've got some really nice hand effect pieces and for posing, but a different expression for Wong for an extra option would have been nice. Ghost Dog's a nice little touch as well. So Rich, what do you think of this Doctor Strange and Wong 2-pack?
Yeah, I'm loving this. I think the big thing we said about the Strange Tales pack was that there was no Doctor Strange figures in it. So to get Wong and Doctor Strange and Bats the dog all in one is great. Really good.
Yeah, now we know why there wasn't a Doctor Strange in that Strange Tales wave or a Wong, which are two characters we did bring up when we were sort of speculating who could be in that wave. It's because they were already going to come out, but in a separate 2-pack, which is I'm absolutely fine with. That previous Doctor Strange is pretty good, to be fair. Again, the cape is an issue for some, but not so much for me. Very nice to get Wong. I've said this a few times. We haven't got a lot of supporting characters for Strange on the shelf. We're slowly getting there, don't get me wrong. Still need a Baron Mordo. An ancient one would be good as well, but I think Baron Mordo is more important for the villainous side of Strange. But Wong, very nice now to add him to the shelf. So there's that 2-pack. Next up. Now, where's everyone's favourite Christopher Allen? I ignored everybody and just straight to message Christopher Allen and tell him, my friend, our prayers have been answered. Now, if you've been watching the reviews on my channel, Dan, who does occasionally review, I was adding the Punisher to the end of my comparison segments because I was clamouring for a new Punisher. It is also his anniversary this year, and the Punisher is a character that wields weapons. That is his gimmick. He holds guns. But because of the Marvel Legend that we don't have the double jointed elbows, you've always got to stand in posed up holding a gun, but you can't really get him into any action shots. So I was like, in this day and age with Marvel Legends, we need a Punisher with better articulation, with the butterfly joints, better range of motion to get him in those action poses like you want to get your Punisher in. And finally, they have been answered. Rich, do your impression of me.
Oh, Governor, how's it going? Apples and pears, but jelly deal for me, jelly deal. And I want more Punisher. So your anniversary Punisher. We haven't had a Punisher. Come on, Hasbro, do Punisher.
that was exactly how I sound.
Was that right?
That was me. That was like I thought I was listening to myself on the replay then. But yes, I've been wanting a Punisher, people. So the Punisher.
Cheerio, Mary Poppins. Cheerio.
Yeah, the Punisher is here, and it's a brand new body as well. So there's no reuse on this. The whole body is brand new. It's not the Vulcan body. It's a bigger, bulkier body. And there's always rumors out there that like, for some reason, the Punisher can't be made because of his symbol. I know there is not issues, that's the wrong word, but there's definitely, what's the word I'm looking for, Rich, around the symbol? There's conversations around if this symbol could be made or not, is it whatever. But I've always thought, forget what's going on in the real world. The Punisher as a comic character should be able to be represented in figure form without having any political effect. It's just a toy representing a character from the comics. And this figure shows there is no issue, right? The figure is here with his skull prominently on his show. So the Marvel can clearly make Punisher figures. And here he is. He looks really good. 2 head sculpts, lots of weapons, completely pinless, all black suit as well. Very, very nice. And not only Punisher, again, the 2-pack theme continues as we get Bushwacker, who is a very unique character in regards to his power set, of course, because he can turn himself into a gun, essentially. So that's why it looks like a very odd hand accessory. He definitely does more than just shoot guns with that power effect, but I'm glad that we haven't got more. So there's
it's the year of the dildo hand. We had Executioner. There we go.
You said it. I was trying to avoid being crude, but there you go. So there is the image of everything that comes in the 2-pack. So you get 2 heads for the Punisher, and again, there's that expressive sort of screaming head without the white bandana. We haven't yet got a Punisher with a digital face print in text, and now we do, which does look very nice with the 5 o'clock shadow. Lots of guns, which ain't like weird coloured guns, like, you know, bright green or purple guns. They are just regular coloured guns that would make sense for the display. He comes with a grenade, effect piece for the blowing up of the grenade. That's, even though that grenade doesn't look like a very, very powerful grenade, does it? Let's be honest. Is that all it does? That little tiny explosion. I'd kick it. blow my toe off. I'd be like, and what? Bushwhacker's got a scarred face as well. He's like a burnt face because of that grenade, I assume. And also, does he have regular hands? Yes, he does. So those interchangeable hands in black, with the black sort of wrist straps, are Bushwhackers. So if you didn't want Bushwhacker to have the weird dildo hands, as Rich said it, not me, you can have Bushwhacker just with regular hands and regular guns. So you can have him as a regular goon. You don't have to have him weird. Go on.
Calling it now, Bushwhacker long finger will be used on Mr. Fantastic with salad fingers going forward.
Oh, fuck's sake. God's sake. Anyone remember Salad Fingers? Is an old school internet creepy dude. If you're an old person and have been on the internet for a while, you'll know who Salad Fingers are. But there it is in the packaging. Looks really good. The Punisher War Journal is how it's branded. No 50th anniversary logo or anything on there, but I don't mind. The Punisher with double jointed elbows, people. It is happening. Shout out Christopher Allen. He is a happy man, and so am I. Rich, are you getting this? Are you interested in this? Do you like it? Do you think the set makes sense? Do you think Bushwhacker, first time on the line, was worthy of a Marvel character? What do you think of this 2-pack?
I mean, like, I think Bushwhacker is good because, again, there's not a lot of Punisher villains out there, type of thing. So we had Jigsaw last year. Yeah. So to get Bushwhacker is another one to just expand on that. And yeah, I mean, I would fit Punisher on his own. I could have lived without Bushwhacker. But as it is, yeah, I'll get this 2-pack. They look good together.
Yeah, I would have been fine with a Punisher on the own as well. But again, I always like adding new characters. Now, was Bushwhacker in my top 10? Was Bushwhacker in my top 20? Probably not, if I'm going to be honest with you, in regards to characters I wanted he made. But I'd take it. Like Rich said, Punisher has got a really... there's certain Punisher characters that don't really pop up elsewhere, and he is one of them. So we have got Jigsaw already as well. So again, I guess a Jigsaw and Punisher 2 set would have probably been a little bit more appealing. But then the people that already had a Jigsaw would have complained that we've already got Jigsaw. So I'm not mad at adding new characters to the display at all, but I do think the Punisher is the main draw. Remember, completely pinless, brand new tooling, hyper-articulated. Hopefully we can now get our Punisher into some actual gun-fighting poses. They could have at least got him utilising his double-jointed elbows with this picture, but they didn't choose to do so. Hugo, with the channel membership token, says, evening, everything is a buy from me, especially the Dragon Man, and the way they're doing it is great, and so many massive characters like Celestials. I don't think the Celestials are as big. I think the Celestials are much bigger than Dragon Man, to be fair, Hugo. But we shall discuss bigger characters soon. All right, let's keep going through. So you sort of seen they were going to redo the Venompool single packed, and here he is. So it is exactly the same as the previous Venompool Build-A-Figure, just redecoed. So there's no different accessories, nothing changed in regards to the sculpt. It's just redecoed to be slightly brighter red tone. So it's a little bit brighter in red, probably pop a little bit more on the display. So it's one of those where if you've got the Build-A-Figure, you probably don't need this unless you really wanted the brighter red version. But if you don't have the Build-A-Figure, which to be honest, it is one of those harder Build-A-Figures to backtrack on, now you can get it single packed. So do we have a picture? There it is. It does look very bright in the box. And again, it's Deadpool season, isn't it? So you can't really be mad at them. And Target only want red characters for exclusives, clearly, because it is another Target exclusive that is bright red. Rich, do you have Venompool? Is Venompool a character that you even want? And even if you don't want it, do you reckon it's a single packed version of this is good for the community?
I don't have Venompool. I have no desire to get him as a deluxe figure or so. But I mean, for an exclusive, this is not a bad one. Like, re-releasing a bath with a couple of updates is not the worst thing. It's better than being like a new member of the Deadpool Corps that everyone then can't get. So, like, there is other ways to get this if you want it. You might have him already. But if you missed out or you love Venompool and want this updated version, and it ties into a movie that is currently very big, so it makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense.
Yeah, indeed. Again, it's the right type of exclusives because it's like if collectors already have it, you can walk on by. But if you missed out, now you've got a second opportunity. I can see in the chat, Matt says, wish it was Sauron instead of Venompool. And again, releases like this should give you confidence that Sauron getting re-released has an opportunity, or there is more likely to happen because again, this is not new. They have been re-releasing Build-A-Figures a few years after the Build-A-Figure single packed. And I think a few years is a fair game to wait. Of course, it makes the original Build-A-Figure a little less desirable on the aftermarket, but unless you're buying figures to sell, why does that matter if they're going to stay on your collection anyway? So, yeah, it is what it is. Again, I probably won't need this one, but if I see it in person and I'm like, do you know what, that brighter red, maybe I'll do a little switcheroo. But anyway, let's get into the Deadpool and Wolverine. So we're not going to discuss spoilers as such. Everything you see here is in the trailer in regards to Deadpool and Wolverine. But we got a brand new Deadpool outfit. Now, Ryan said they have changed the knees from the promo images to the actual production one. So the knees are more accurate to what you see online. But it's still like vaguely my mind's eye of Deadpool. I'm not going to challenge that. So it isn't the same Deadpool that's in the Legacy collection. It is a new Deadpool. It is completely pinless. That previous Deadpool did have pins on the arms and legs. This is completely pinless Deadpool. More accurate suit, more brighter suit to the new Deadpool movie. He comes with 2 interchangeable fisted hands, 2 shooting trigger finger hands, his baby knife, 2 pistols that actually fit into the holsters. Remember, the first Deadpool release, the guns were glued into the holster. The Legacy collection, they fixed that, but they have continued that theme here. And he's also got his 2 katanas as well. And those katanas may have got a little upgrade. So there's Deadpool. Wolverine, oh my god, this is the first time we are seeing this Wolverine. This is the worst kept secret. Some Chinese factory leaked this. This was set, when this got leaked, I'm not even joking. I went to my phone and had about 20 inboxes and an email from Chadwick Myers, of course. But I had about 20 inbox messages of this picture. Like, people think I don't scroll the internet as well. I don't, like, don't get me wrong. I don't. You're welcome to message me Marvel Legend reveals, but trust me, I see it as well, people. So yes, it is a new Wolverine, Hugh Jackman in the yellow outfit. It made men cry. Apparently, did you cry, Rich?
Yeah, tears, Dan, actual tears.
Actual tears from Rich.
But I haven't got the moisture these days, Dan. There's nothing left in me to cry.
He's at it like Quicksilver, that's why. So Deadpool and Wolverine. Before we show the third one, Deadpool and Wolverine, Rich, what do you think? Now we can officially show them. Talk about them. What do you think? And you've seen the movie, so after seeing the movie, does this make you more excited to own them?
Yeah. Yeah, but this is kind of like where we were with the No Way Home wave 2 years ago. Like, this is nice, but it's not enough. It's not enough to give me what I want. It's not even a full wave. There's no bath. There's 3 figures. It's like, it's not nice. Deadpool, my figures will get there. I want to see what they do with the rest of the movie. Hopefully, like Way Home, he's like some villains and some other characters without being spoilery.
Your internet's a bit choppy, my friend. Is that your end or mine?
Oh, I don't know. I will. You were seeing fine. Hang on, I will restart.
Okay, he'll be back. He'll jump back in a second. While he's doing that, I'll have a quick look at the chat. Right, who we got? So remember, get involved with a question. Of course, we're going to be discussing the HasLab topic at the end. Your boy's got toys says, started to think I made the right choice by skipping the panel. Your boy's got toys is not happy. He is not a fan. He says, I don't hate but miss. That's fine. That's fine. Of course, each to their own. But I would like to have a discussion with Alexi and find out why. What doesn't he like here? What doesn't he like? Craig says, love these 2 figures together. For the people that have seen the movie, no spoilers, of course, but after seeing a movie, does it make you more excited to own the figures or less excited to own the figures? Let me know what your thoughts are. Again, after seeing the movie, you definitely come back knowing the figures are available to buy. It does make you think, yeah, I need them in the collection for sure. I was going to get a Hugh Jackman in that yellow costume regardless. But yeah, really like it. Richie, you're back in the room?
I don't know if that's any better. Is that any better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good.
Hey!
Yeah, you're good. All right, cool. Right, so let's get into this third reveal then. Like you said, it's not a full wave, but there was one more. And on the back of the packaging that was leaked, all we seen was Headpool, right? We seen Deadpool, Wolverine, and Headpool. And we all thought, well, you can't just put Deadpool in a package, can you? And then we thought, it is Hasbro. They might, but it isn't just Headpool. Headpool is an accessory to another Wolverine. Now, I don't want to get into spoilers, but after seeing this and after seeing the movie, I have no want of this. It's like I don't care about this. I'd like the Deadpool, but I don't really care about this. There's nothing for me. I have some Hugh Jackmans in civilian uniforms already from previous movies. For me, the yellow suit's the one I want. What do you think, Rich? I'm trying to not be spoilerific here, but I don't recognise this. What do you think? Yeah, Rich is definitely having tech issues.
Am I back now?
Yeah,
Anything?
go out and come back in.
No, I've switched. I've switched to the other router, so it should be better now.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, sorry.
Hopefully that's better.
Okay,
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I can actually see myself. My lips are moving in time with myself now. Hey!
Cool. What would you think of this? I'm trying to not be spoilerific, but as I said, I don't really recognise this, Rich. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
there's a lot of character. As you can there's no spoilers here, but as you can imagine, in a movie, there's a lot of characters, all right? A lot of characters in a movie. And in a movie regarding the TVA and variants, as you can imagine, there's a lot of different options they could have picked here for a third character to add to this little lineup. So I'm a little bit probably more than a little bit actually. I'm disappointed that this is the third figure, to be completely honest. I would have took literally anyone else, any other character in the movie. I would have took a random TVA agent army builder. Do you know, like, and that's not a spoiler because they're in the trailer. Like, I would have took anything.
But this is from the trailer as well, isn't it? This is trailer Wolverine. This is what this is from the bar scene where they like doing the trailer bit.
Yeah. What's in his pocket? Let's zoom in.
This is gloves, isn't it?
This is gloves. Okay. Yeah, I don't know really. I don't really have much to say. I just don't. Look, yeah, it's Logan. Cool. Like, I don't know what else to say. The main. I think people in the chat are saying that he is the accessory to Deadpool. Deadpool is the main event, and the accessory is Logan. It's disappointing for a third figure, like Rich said. Everyone's excited to see the film, and we just get the same character twice in a free figure wave. But at least it's completely pinless for sure. And if you're a Wolverine fan, you're gonna want it regardless. So
I mean, and if you're not, at least it's not a bath wave. You haven't got to buy this to get like the part of someone else. It's like you can just get Wolverine and Deadpool, and then wait 12 months for the rest of the figures that you want to come out.
Deadpool? What if you want Deadpool, Rich?
You could, I suppose, yeah. You could get Deadpool, and then you'd be like Negasonic Teenage Warhead was on the Facebook groups. Everyone will be selling yellow trousers Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll move on from that. Again, so there's your wave of 3. There he is in the packaging. Set of interchangeable hands, fisted claws, and Deadpool. But let's move on to something that people did want and people have been waiting for, as it was... what year was that Deadpool line? Was it 2020? 2019?
Yeah, it was the Fox X-Men wave, wasn't it? It was when that came out. Yeah, I think it was 2020.
Yeah, I think 2020 because the second Deadpool movie...
Was it before that? Was it 2019?
No, the second movie was 2018. So it was a while after that. So I think it was 2020 for Deadpool 2. And like Rich alluded to, we got Megasonic Teenage Warhead in a 2-pack with Deadpool. We also got Cable single packed. We got Domino single packed. And the only other sort of X-Men related character, let's be honest, they didn't have the budget for the other X-Men, did they? So the main X-Men character from those first 2 Deadpool movies was... the Colossus, and we never got him in figure form. So they have now given us a deluxe Colossus in the Deadpool gear, in the Deadpool Legacy Collection line, so you can now sort of complete that core team of heroes from the first or second Deadpool. No spoilers there, you've all seen those 2 films. 2 heads, a set of hands, and then his little book for his rules. Apparently the rules are written in there tiny as well. Apparently he articulates a lot more than a bigger figure usually does, completely pinless as well, and it looks very accurate to the movie. Like, for the movie design for Colossus, it looked very accurate. He will look great with Megasonic Teenage Warhead paired together, of course, with Deadpool. Whoever you want, Deadpool 1, 2, or 3. He looks great. Rich, what do you think? Do you want him? Do you have the others?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I like the Fox X-Men universe. It wasn't always the best, but it was the first live action adaptation of that hit that worked. And I know like obviously Colossus in the original X-Men trilogy was played by someone else. This is like a CGI version for Deadpool, but it's still I like Colossus in the Deadpool movies. Like two characters who don't really go together in the comic books much, but they work. It works really well, especially in Deadpool 2. So yeah, I'm happy to get this Colossus, build out the X-Men shelf, and I will be getting this, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We can build like a little X-Force version, a Deadpool X-Force team. Like a, sort of. You can make a Sonic Teenage Warhead, Colossus, Domino, Cable, and Deadpool. Like, if you take those comic characters, that's an X-Force team.
That's what I say. The biggest thing for me is like, obviously they didn't have enough lead time, I think, to do the characters that maybe we all want, like I've said before. But I'm surprised they didn't do those 3 Wolverine and Deadpool characters, then have like Colossus as like the Build-A-Figure, and fill it out with other characters from like the first Deadpool movie. Like there's still like you said, X-Force, you could do Shatterstar. Like there's other people, there's other characters you could do to like fill it out.
I have got, where is he? I always lose him, the bastard. Where's he gone? Oh, here he is. The Vanisher. He's right here. What do you think? Have you got the Vanisher?
Amazing. His articulation is like
impressive, isn't it?
Next level down.
Let me put the pad of Vanisher down so I don't lose him again. I have to keep him in the right spot. Would you have brought, important question, a Peter? If they'd made just a regular civilian Peter for this Deadpool Legacy line with his goggles and everything, would you have brought him?
I would have bought a Peter, yeah. I would have 100% bought a Peter Wisdom.
Would you buy a Yukio?
Yes, I would. Hey, Wade. Yeah, I would buy Yukio. And Vanessa. I like Vanessa.
Yeah.
She like... I don't know what accessory Vanessa would come with. Maybe Deadpool 1 accessory. I don't know. Like
an Independent Woman Day accessory, yeah? That would be an interesting one to upscale shelf for sure.
You can see Bushwacker. Get some tips.
Wow. So there's your Deadpool related figures. You get the 3 from the movie, and then the Deadpool Legacy Collection Colossus, which has been long time rumored, but long time wanted as well. I think people are absolutely fine with seeing that, and he's a lot bigger. The box is much chunkier than the other figures. If you go and watch the Marvel live stream, there's a pre-recorded live stream of all the reveals, which me and Rich think is actually a better watch than the San Diego panel, because Jesse Falcon does go on a little bit. So if you want to just concentrate on the reveals, go and watch the Hasbro Pulse recap with Ryan, Dan, and Dwight on Hasbro Pulse. And they show all the boxes off on the table. You'll see what I mean. But something I didn't expect to see, MCU-wise, Rich, and I don't know if I'm the only one who wants this, but I'm very happy with this. I have been saying we need MCU army builders for a long time. I know Rich doesn't care for them, but I would have took Chitauri, the Knight Riders, and now we have the Knight Riders in a nice 2-pack. It is going to be a fan channel and Amazon exclusive that goes up for pre-order next month. And these look beastie. These look massive and impressive. An interchangeable head there as well, so you can mix and match. But yeah, this is just an army builder.
Interchangeable head.
Look. I don't care. Even if that head wasn't there, I'd still be in on this 2-pack because they're identical. Infinity War and Endgame are going to be some of my favourite movies forever. Do you know, like, I just love those 2 films. And these are the fodder villains. And I always say our MCU collection on our shelf, we don't have the fodder villains. We just need them to fill out. Like, we've got the Black Order. We've got a great set of the Black Order. You try and get that Amazon exclusive Black Order set now with Thanos for retail. Good luck. That goes for crazy money in the aftermarket because they're great. And you add some of these now to that mix, you've got a great villainous display from Infinity War and Endgame. So I'm in for a good few sets of these to sort of, and I'm thinking about creating just a villain shelf from Endgame. Let me see if there's I think I might have another picture with them fighting Cap. Yeah, I do. Here it is. There you go. So that is a terrible Captain America figure, to be fair. I don't like that Cap. There's definitely better characters and figures in Marvel Legends form, but it is an accurate fight, of course. That scene in Infinity War is one of my favourite, just in the whole MCU. Just when Thor comes back and Cap's running with his shield, just a great sort of MCU thing. I still think remember they played the trailer and they had that scene of them all running in the forest, and then that wasn't even in the movie. I hate when they do that. But anyway, I like this. I know Rich doesn't give a shit, so I don't even want to ask him about it, but I will anyway because I'm nice like that. Rich, what do you think about this? This is a great choice for MCU fans, right?
Yeah,
Thanks,
this
Rich.
is amazing. Like perhaps my favorite reveal of the night.
Well,
Dan,
you don't have to lie to me, but I'm just saying, be in the head of, pretend you're MCU Collector 25 for a second, all right? You want MCU figures. There's not a lot of MCU figures got revealed. I guess Deadpool figures are MCU now, so they did.
Yeah.
But we don't get a lot of army builders for the MCU. We've got some Hydra soldiers from the early Captain America movies, but this is our first like alien fodder. We didn't even get any Chitauri from the original Avengers film, so
We got the tracksuit mafia from Hawkeye as well. Yeah. I mean, I think it's nice. Is it nice? I don't even know. This might be wrong, but you know that like the Sentinels, they put in these army builders together.
Yep.
It makes sense because if you want an army builder, you kind of do. Yeah, and I think like it's always an easy way. Like you just get one pack of these, and you've got two Outriders to put on your shelf. Like opposite sides of each other. That would have been a way if they'd put a Chitauri and an Outrider together.
That would have been better. Yeah, that would have been that 100%. I agree with that. By the way, I'm aware I keep calling them Night Riders. I'm sorry. But yeah, I would have took a Chitauri and an Outrider together.
Michael, your car is ready.
Yeah, I know, Kit. That would have been a better 2-pack. But I'm not mad at this, though. I'm glad they
I would buy Kit and David Hasselhoff in a heartbeat.
That would be a great 2-pack. That 2-pack does make sense. But I mean, just curious at the chat. Like, again, I've not really spoke to many people that have... I've seen a few people in our Legends group go, pass. And I was like, you negative people. Like, but they might not be MCU guys. And again, so I'm just curious. With some fire emojis, some hit emojis, who's in on these? Who actually likes the idea of these? I actually think this is a great idea. But I know at the minute, everyone's on a lot of people are selling their MCU collections at the minute. Like, the MCU's on a bit of a decline. Hopefully you're on the way back up, but I never lost hope. Just think those MCU films, regardless of how shit, just say the MCU got really shit now, right? Nothing can take away what the Infinity Saga was. That will always exist and be what it is. And these are a part of that. They're the fodder villains, as I said.
The thing about the MCU is like, the phases, I think it worked for the Infinity Saga because phase 1 was like building the Avengers, phase 2 was building the threat of Thanos, and then phase 3 was bringing the Avengers and Thanos together and a big fight and everything thing. But then like phase 4, I don't know what it was. Phase 5, it's multiverse now. Like it's like they haven't got a plan, and then it's like, well, make them more standalone. Then I don't think this everything connection thing has to happen for every single movie ever, which I think they've realised as well, and they seem to be pulling back a bit away from, don't they?
They just went content heavy. I think with Disney Plus and the Bob Iger dropped out, the MCU looked like it was just a cash wagon after Endgame, so they just greenlit every project. You could have walked in there and went, I've got a Bagman Disney Plus show idea. Greenlit, you're in. Get in there, start making it, son. I think that's what they were doing. So
they told me to fuck off when I went there with my Monday St. Croix mini-series. They were like, who is this
Tiger cameo in Chippendale, so someone liked a bit of your pitch.
Yeah, Tiger.
There's a few people in the chat like it. No negativity, just not an Army Builder fan. That's fair from Dan Hayden. I am only joking, by the way, when I tease. Jamie says I like them, but don't see me grabbing any. They almost look like the MCU symbiote before Venom. First Army Builder pack that isn't a Pulse exclusive, says Jamie. That's true. It is an Amazon. Now, Amazon and Fan Channel... Does that mean Pulse as well? Probably not. He's probably right. Bobby loves it. And Greg Finstad also says hit. My black tracksuit mafia never shipped, says California Red Devil. Was that like another awkward American exclusive? Wasn't an exclusive for us, so we never had issues. But yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. I like that anyway. Again, I'd love it. I'd take a Chitauri 2-pack now. So hopefully this does good. Newly tooled as well, completely pinless. 4 double-jointed articulated arms. Let's be honest, they're going to articulate and move better than Spider-Man. There's a ball joint at the top of the torso. Like, honestly, these are good for what they are. I like them.
Four arms, though. It could be hope for forearm of the MLF. We were saying there was no good, like, 4-armed male figure. Now we've got one. Maybe for the future, they can use it for comic characters.
They've figured it out. So, let's get on to Dragon Man, which I think is the big reveal from today. Now, before they revealed Dragon Man, Ryan Ting, not really a speech. It wasn't a speech as such. He was just having a conversation amongst fans, because I assume if you're there watching the Marvel Legends live stream at San Diego Comic-Con rather than doing one of the 100 other things you could be doing at Comic-Con, it's fair to say
you're a fool.
But it's fair to say you're a Marvel Legends fan, okay? So when he's talking to fans. He feels like he's in a safe place talking to fans. So he's basically just been very open and transparent, which I appreciate, and said that this year there is going to be no Marvel Legend HasLab. Cue the cheer from Rich.
Hooray!
Yep, there we go. So no Marvel Legends HasLab. Now, the reasons he give were very fair. And again, go and watch the video for yourself and you'll see Ryan explain it. But he sort of says that they have tried a few different things with the HasLab. Some things worked, some things didn't. And they're trying to learn and adapt. And they feel like it'll be best to put out bigger items in a pre-order window format rather than the HasLab, because the HasLab is like make or break. If it doesn't fund, then no one gets it, even though there's thousands of people that did want it.
Right. Okay. So just with that, do you think if 2 people ordered this, they're gonna make it?
No, no, but they have to now because they've put it up, right? I know.
No, they could just refund, couldn't they?
Of course. 2 people ain't ordering this, though. This is a great choice. This is a great choice. So again, like Brian was explaining, that rather than it being stuck in a HasLab sort of campaign and people criticize him, because let's be honest, the Marvel G.I. Joe, they're like, vehicle, yes please, but Marvel a little bit different, a little bit more critical, and again, passionate fans. These projects are a lot of money. People don't want to miss out on characters that they want to add to their Marvel collections. I understand the HasLab is undoubtedly a controversial subject. So Ryan says, let's just make it available for who wants it. So here it is. Dragon Man is going to be available for pre-order via Pulse at some point soon. So these are just digital renders. They're going to show off a prototype on the convention floor. So as I'm talking now, if someone has a picture of that prototype on the shop floor, DM at me on Instagram so I can show it on the stream, because we're streaming straight after the panel. So I don't know if they've even put it on the shop floor yet. But if anyone has a picture of this, please send it me. But I'm not scrolling Instagram right now, so I can't see it. But here's the digital renders. Dragon Man. We talked about Dragon Man a few times this year because we got the Valeria and Franklin 2-pack, and they were in a storyline with Dragon Man, of course. Then we got the little Avengers Quinjet shrunken down by the Pym particles, and that had been in storylines with Dragon Man. So we were like, is Dragon Man coming? And we were all sort of nearly there. Dragon Man is coming, but just in a different format, and he looks great. So I think I screenshotted a picture of the scale. There we go. So there's your scale. So 17.5 inches wide. That's big, and 10.5 inches tall. So he's going to be bigger than Build-A-Figures. So he's bigger than a Deluxe, he's bigger than a Build-A-Figure, and the wingspan is going to be bigger than an Angel. I don't think Angel's wingspan went that big. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but he's going to be big and impressive. Look at Reed Richards there for scale standing next to him. He comes with his little book, his glasses. I'm assuming the jaw will be articulated, some interchangeable hands. So instead of this being attached to, again, it is the year of the dragon, and everyone was thinking Fing Fan Foom, but this is Dragon Man. Like, it is the year of the dragon. So instead of it being attached to a HasLab, it's going to be made available. We don't know the price yet. I guess the price point will be another topic of conversation, but we'll talk about that when it happens. But right now, let's put that aside to the second and just look at the figure for itself. Rich, is this Dragon Man a figure that you would like to add to your Marvel display?
It is a figure that I would like to add. My issues are going to be, what is the price of this going to be, and when is it going to ship? Because if it's like $300 and it's shipping in a year's time, then it's just a HasLab without the branding. Like this should, if they want to do this properly, if they're going to say that it's not HasLab, then this should be in stock soonish, I would say.
Yeah.
Do you not think that? I think if this is like December 2025, then it's just another HasLab. It's just another HasLab.
Yeah, I think they're revealing it early, and like again, they even said they're showing off a prototype for the first time. They don't usually do that these days, but they're showing off an unpainted prototype for the first time. I think because they wanted to just get ahead of it, instead of us, because just be honest, if they didn't say we weren't getting a HasLab, we would have continued. I don't mean you and me, but I just mean the community in general would have continued to speculate what HasLab we get and what's going on, and that conversation would have continued for a good few months, and PulseCon would have came, no HasLab, and then we would have been speculating again, where's the HasLab? So I think it's just sensible to get in front of it and tell us now, no HasLab, so those conversations can stop. But Ryan wanted to sweeten the pot rather than it just looking like a negative, because people would expect, is that people? You know what the community is like, and people love people. There's YouTubers out there that will jump on any aspect of negative Marvel Legend news to milk videos and content out of it. So if they had said no HasLab, you know there would have been videos with people analysing it going, clearly Hasbro are failing Marvel and Marvel are going to can't do a... You know those type of shit would happen, and you know the YouTubers that would have done it as well. So instead of just saying no HasLab, they're trying to sweeten the pot by going, look, this is what we're going to do as an alternative. But you're not wrong. It's essentially the same concept, just with a different marketing strategy. But it's the same bloody thing. But
my big thing with Giant Man, which I think the biggest thing, which I think I said with Giant Man last year, is that Marvel Legends is essentially like 6-inch figures is what everyone likes. Like the builder figures are great, the bigger figures are great, but the bread and butter is still the 6-inch figures. And I think that's something the G.I. Joe things get right, is that they have figures that go along with whatever the HasLab is. There's always 6-inch figures, classified figures that go along, that complement it. And I think Giant Man last year didn't. That Wasp was revealed as like an add-on. And it was only after that was revealed that it hadn't even funded at that point.
Yeah.
It's something you can miss. And I think that's with this Giant Man, is like, it's not essential. Like if they'd have done some updated versions of the Fantastic Four, or even like the Future Foundation Kids, or something to go with it, I think it makes it more attractive. But I think if you're just a 6-inch Legend collector, it's not essential to get this, which is again, I can see why this is more like a Hasbro Pulse exclusive type of thing. I can see that, but then it's just going to be, like I said, issues with the price. See when it's going to be due, see what it is. Is it just a HasLab in any other name, or like what? Wait and see, you know.
Yeah, we will. But again, forgetting the concept of release, just looking at the figure itself, it's a character that I've been wanting to add to my collection. And it looks like they've done the character justice as well. It's the more of a modern take on Dragon Man, which I'm absolutely fine with. It just looks good and impressive. I'm being sent a few pictures now, so I'm trying to quickly screen grab them. I can't really show Instagram on Streamlabs. It doesn't like it, so I need to screen grab. So you can probably hear my computer beeping at me. But let's try and grab some pictures up. So these are in the booth right now. So there he is. And he looks good, like scaled next to a regular Legend there. Like he looks big, impressive, chunky. Like it looks good. Like... Again, when they re-release these characters that have been done in the past, especially the Grails characters, and let's be honest, Dragon Man is a Grail. He was never officially a Marvel Legend. He was in like the sister line of Marvel Legends in that Fantastic Four Classics. But it's a pretty penny on the aftermarket. Like, I'm talking hundreds of dollars. So when they redo these figures, they've got to do them right. And they have been doing that in recent years with Marvel Legends. And I think, yet again, like, there's no disputing that you may be nostalgic about that old Dragon Man, but... this is gonna be a better figure when all said and done. Agreed? Like, it looks great.
Yeah, but it's like look at the scale. Like, look at the Giant Man behind him. He doesn't even come up to like the top of his thigh. Well, maybe the top of his thigh. That's about all he's coming to. So again, like, surely this can't be more than like $100. Surely.
Yeah, no, I agree. It'll be interesting to see people in the chat. Let's throw in the chat, right? Anyone who's got the keyboard in front of them and wants to get involved, throw in the chat what you think the price of this Dragon Man could be, right? Like, your prediction. Like, what do you think? Because they've already said that it's not coming with other figures. It's going to be him on his own with his accessories. So what is the price you're expecting? Or what price are you happy to pay for this? Like, what do you think? And I'll throw the chat up on screen, Rich, so we can sort of see what the chat think. Phil Jones says 120. South says 80. Jamie also says 120. Profit 80. Kevin 125. Andy B says 85 to 100. Jay says 150. Jason Lopez says 100. Cap Liv says 150. Curtis says 120. Philly says 100. 120 from Alex. Paul says 75. I do think that's wishful thinking. Paul, I think Jay's probably the closest. You know, I reckon they're gonna go. Do you know, that can't be 150. No, it can't be 150. That's too much. I reckon about £100, right?
Yeah, it's got to be. I would say 100, or it's got to be under like 99.99, and then they go, it's 100.
Yeah, it can't be more. How much was Giant Man? 150.
Wasn't he? Was he 175? Was he 175?
199 maybe. I can't remember.
He was definitely under something.
Yeah, I think it was 199. Again, I can't remember. Giant Man was 199, says South. Yeah, 199. Okay, so yeah, so if Giant Man is double the price and Giant Man's massive, then yeah, Dragon Man Got to be 100, right?
Yeah, I'd say around about there, around about 100.
I appreciate everyone getting involved with that. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because
Cap lives 20 pence.
yeah. These are offers that people are giving me right now. I feel like an auctioneer. He looks good. Look, there's no disputing it. Regardless of the politics of how it's getting released, the figure itself looks good. And I always try and say this to people, like, I'm not like a Hasbro like collection person. I'm a fan of the brands that Hasbro just happen to make. Do you know, like, if Jazzwares was making Marvel, I'd be buying those Marvel figures. If McFarlane was buying... No, to be fair, I wouldn't do that. No, I have to draw the line somewhere, Rich, right? I have to draw the line somewhere. My point is...
Had some good reveals. He had some nice figures. That Huntress looks good.
I'm joking. My point I make is... I love Marvel. I love adding new characters to my collection. I love world building. I love bringing those comics and movies to life in the physical form with action figures. And Dragon Man is a character I don't have in the collection. He looks epic. It's sort of the preferred design for Dragon Man that I would like. Someone in the chat as well said Dwight mentioned that he might come with different wings as well, so they're not so much of a wingspan, because I think he does fold them in the comics as well.
I need to like an alternate head with his like glasses as well. That's what his
glasses.
Need.
They were showing the picture of his glasses.
Oh, they have they?
Yeah. Let me find the. I think it was one of the ones that you sent across. Look, there you go.
Oh, there you go. As long as you got them, there you go. Sold it for me now.
Yeah, they are there. They are there subtly. I believe. I think, and they said a 10-inch bendy wire tail as well. 10 inches is impressive, Rich. Would you not be intimidated by 10 inches?
No, Dan. I'm okay with that.
That was a fair question. Talking about Dragon Man's tail. So there you go. Pre-order, Hasbro, Pulse exclusive soon. Then no HasLab. And again, we'll probably talk about the HasLab topic a little bit more on another stream. But yeah, again, my wallet's a happy man. What's that? He says he's very happy. No Marvel Legends HasLab this year. But there is to be fair, I want the, I'm going to get the Rattler, and I also want the Ecto 1. So I guess the HasLab, no Marvel HasLab is just going to replace with the I'm still going to spend money is my point anyway, annoyingly.
They did say this year. They didn't say never again. Yeah. So, I mean, X-Men 97, Blackbird Jet next year. Who knows?
Look, if Marvel never did a HasLab again, but still released great figures that were accessible for my collection, that's all I want. That's all I want. Like I'm not. It's not the HasLab concept that people love. It's sometimes the stuff that's trapped behind it. So anyway, it's another topic. But 81% of the community that have voted in my poll, at least, say that no Marvel Legends HasLab this year is a great idea. 19% say no, it's a terrible idea. I would like maybe on Legend and Liquor, if someone thinks it isn't a good idea, I'd like to debate why you think it isn't. Because I do think there is definitely more leaning in the it's a good idea category. Would you agree, Rich? There's definitely more weighing on the pro side of... There's more reasons not to have a HasLab for Marvel than there are to have a HasLab right now, with the state of the climate right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the Marvel team, like, I think they peaked too soon. The Sentinel was such a good one. Then they had the Galactus, which was, again, a lot of people loved that. And then they did the Engine of Vengeance, and then it was... So, and I don't think they've ever really recovered from that. Because, I mean, like, Giant Man was good last year, but, I mean, he wasn't essential. And then they've already released that 6-inch one. So if you didn't get the HasLab, you can get a Giant Man for your shelf, a 6-inch one. So
people are going to regret Giant Man. Giant Man looks
and I always
epic,
said... Yeah, and I always said, like, with the Fing Fang Foom talk, I didn't think Fing Fang Foom was, like, mainstream enough to be a HasLab. That's the thing. Because with a HasLab, you need, like, it's not just about getting the collectors who are going to buy whatever. You've got to get the casual collectors in and the people who just, like characters, which I think the Sentinel and Galactus did a lot more. Like, the Engine of Vengeance showed that modern day characters are not going to draw people in as much to the Marvel like HasLab type of thing. Again, there's lots of debate about that. Millions of videos, go watch one.
Yeah, there's a lot. Again, people made YouTube careers off that Engine of Vengeance. But anyway, we digress. when it comes to the figure, it looks really nice. I look forward to seeing it completed and painted, and maybe by the end of the year we'll know some more details. But it's definitely, for the right price, something I want to add to my shelf for sure. We've got plenty of Fantastic Four teams now you can build out, put them in a cosmic display as well. We need some.
Celine's beyond and sung, Dan. Thanks, Jamie. Got confirmation. Selena's sung. Selena's sung.
We got it live from Paris. Selena's sung. She's been paid her $2 million. She's happy.
Don't have to watch that Amazon documentary now. She's fine again. She's fine.
Oh, that's what Amanda was watching the other day. I wondered what she was doing.
Celine Dion, she's got like everything. She's got keeps all the kids things. She's got toys. She's probably got the original Giant Man in there somewhere in a big warehouse.
She's got Fing Fan Foom. With Fing Fan Foom and there being the Year of the Dragon, that was definitely my top guess for HasLab. But I wouldn't have ever put money on it. Do you know, like, I was never 100% confident either. But I thought it would have made sense. Like, all the stars would align for it to make sense. But I was never 100% confident. But I didn't expect no HasLab. Like, I didn't expect that. Not that, again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm completely content with the decisions they've made, and I agree with a lot of the points Ryan Ting made. So, again, I'm in the great idea category. I'm absolutely fine with it. So, yeah, there you go. Giant Man is going to be the only HasLab this year in our hands, which I'm absolutely fine with. Because Giant Man looks great, and I do think people are going to regret not getting Giant Man. I'm just ending that poll now before I forget. But yeah, it finished with 80% of people thinking no, HasLab is a good idea. So to recap then, Rich, what are your, let's just say top three reveals?
Whoa, we've got some more.
Oh,
we've got
teasers.
one more.
Oh, we got
one more reveal.
Oh, wait, yes, we do. Let me go back. I apologize. They were chanting one more.
We got the best to last as well.
One more. It's ROM. It's ROM the Space Knight.
Space Knight. Hooray! So Hasbro owned property, but obviously made famous due to the Marvel comic books. The ROM the Space Knight is an amazing character. Again, I thought Hasbro would have just released him as a Hasbro character. The fact that they put him in the Legends line, you know, like stupid Crystal was the test case, but ROM was the one we wanted. So yeah, this is great. Hopefully Micronauts in the future as well. But yeah, loving this ROM. Looks amazing. Exactly like the classic character. Updated everything. This will be a great figure. This is 100% my favorite reveal from everything today.
Now, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, not in a negative way. I'm just not familiar with I know of ROM the Space Knight. I know the lore, but like, in the comics I've read and the media that I've consumed, he's never really been a part of it. So, like, if I was to, like, get him, if he's in a Build-A-Figure wave and I need him for a Build-A-Figure, where would he go? Like, where would I put him? Is he a cosmic character? Where would I go in a display? Who does he interact with?
He's a cosmic character, so he's part of, like, the Space Knights, which are, like, these, like, intergalactic police. But he comes in to, like, the Marvel universe. He interacts with loads of characters, like Nightcrawler, like, I think, who did else? The Fantastic Four, I think. Like, there's a lot of, like, different things. ROM the Space Knight is very self-contained, the original series, and they just put a massive omnibus on it. It's a good read. It's a good story. And a lot of, like, the Space Knights are still, Marvel, I think, own, like, a lot of the modern-day Space Knights. So there's been, like, modern-day comic books, but they leave out ROM. They can't use ROM because that's a Hasbro-owned property. Yeah. So, I thought with the omnibuses coming out, with them re-releasing like Faster Mile editions of the comics, I thought there was something in the works. So it's great the ROMs come out. But more than that, I'm just hopeful for the Micronauts. Micronauts, even better than ROM.
Oh, he's so excited he's disappeared. Am I still here? Am I trapped in my own brain? Kurt K in the chat says, did I miss you covering Star Wars reveals? Definitely not. Congrats again on 200 streams. Thanks to you. I'm off to meet Rush for dinner. Cheers. Rush said he's paying. Rush said he's paying for dinner, by the way, Kurt. So don't let him backtrack on that. He says he's happy to pay for your dinner. You cut off there at the end, Rich, but in regards to Rob...
Yeah, it switched me to my other router, so I just manually switched back because I've been on it too long, he said.
Okay, you're back, you're good. So I always say this as well, like some people... This is definitely like... When I was watching the chat, the live stream chat, there's definitely the generational divide where you get the newer generation as like, who? What? What's this? Don't care. Pass. All of that nonsense. And then you get no disrespect, but the more mature generation, if you will, going, oh yeah, I like this. I want this is something that interests me. This is something we've wanted. But I always say, like, don't poo-poo a figure straight away when you don't know the character. Use it as an opportunity to educate yourself and learn something via the medium of action figures. As I said, there's storylines out there that you probably don't know exist that you would enjoy, and Rom could be that for you. He could, Rom the Space Knight, this space cop, if you will, could be that character where he's in those cosmic adventures that you would enjoy. So go and read a Rom comic before you completely disregard the character, and learn via the medium of action figures. I try and say that to people all the time. Just because you don't initially recognize a character or know much about it, that's okay. That is okay. But use it as an opportunity to go and figure it out and learn about it. Again, you might discover something that you really like. All right. So ROM the Space Knight looks great. He does look great for what it is, and I'm very happy that there are a lot of other collectors out there very happy to add him to the collection. And there you go. I may go and read some ROM the Space Knight now to sort of get myself hyped up.
I'll send you up some issues when I send you Nova, right?
I'll send you some. And I'll read them. I appreciate that. I'll read them. But I do say that.
Have you ever finished House of X? Yeah.
I've read about half of it. That's by my bedside table. Amanda used to take the piss out of me when I read that.
What, 3 years? 3 years ago, I bought you that.
Yeah, it's still it's on my bed. No, I think it's on my bedside table. I'm trying to look. Yeah, it's on my bedside table. It's in my drawer, my bedside drawer. Paracetamol and the X-Men. That's what's I will finish it. Micronauts next as the Strong Collectors. Rich, your favourite YouTubers are in the chat. The Strong Collectors.
Strong Collectors.
Yeah, we don't say that sarcastically. Strong Collectors. We are genuinely fans. And
I do like the Strong Collectors.
So do I. I'm going to go on their channel and they're welcome on mine, but we need to figure it out. Time zones are a pain in the ass.
I watched their recap of you and Jay interviewing Dan Young. It was more entertaining, I think.
Maybe they should recap this. Recap me and Rich recapping the Legends stream. That would be fun. Mike Keck says, Rich, I sent Dan some crossovers of ROM with X-Men, which could be good displays. Okay, maybe I do have some ROM comics then upstairs. I will go and check my pile. Cap Liv says, I know ROM, haven't read anything he's in, but I know he was popular back in the day. Yeah, again, as I said, this hobby's so much more than just action figures. This hobby's community, it's characters, it's world building. Go and read a ROM comic, people, all right? Go and figure out, and then you can decide if you want to add him to the collection or not. But I'm happy for the people that do want him. He does look great. So there's ROM. Let's talk about this shoe. Rich, you figured it out. The genius that you are, you already figured this out.
It's Spider-Boy, Dan. It's Spider-Boy.
There he is. Now, we spoke about him on a stream recently, right? Like, he's a more modern character in the Marvel lore, right?
Yeah, he only debuted like, I think like last year or the year before, I think it is. It's not long ago at all. But yeah, he's like a modern day character. He's got his own comic book, monthly comic book at the minute as well. But yeah, I'm quite happy with Spider-Boy. Bailey Briggs, he's like the lost sidekick of Peter Parker. So when the Inheritors came, they wiped loads of the Spider people out of the universe, took their totems. And when they came back, like Spider-Woman, like ones we knew came back, and then Bailey Briggs appeared, and it turned out he was like the sidekick of Peter, and everyone forgot about him. So yeah, he's a cool character. He's much smaller than the other ones. He's like a kid, a teenager. Yeah. So it'd be good to see this. Hopefully a new like articulated body for teen characters. That would be great. I mean, it's a great character to do it on, because essentially like he's just in a one-piece suit with some boots. The only bit you need to sculpt is the boots, really, and the mask. And they have like the body could then be used for like a lot of different characters, like the Power Pack, like Franklin Richards, X-Men kids, like New Mutants, Generation X. Like they could use in a lot of places.
This is there's always a Spider-Man wave every year, without a doubt, whether it be retro card or build a figure. They always put in a Spider-Man line, so these are probably the figures going to be in the next Spider-Man wave, however that happens. They're probably, I can see them using that new modernized card back again. Do you know, like they did a half and half wave where it was like half retro cards, which we got Rose and Tarantula, and then we got the sort of more modern designs with Hallows Eve, and they were all revealed at MCM last year, weren't they, in October? So these could be teasers of the Spider-Man wave that again get revealed in October. So again, I think we'll see these before the end of the year, another Spider-Man associated wave, because the next tease was this one. Who's this, Rich?
This is Spider-Man Unlimited. everyone's like, oh, I wish Fox would continue I wish Marvel would bring back the Fox animated series. We never got an ending. But we did, because he went to Spider-Man Unlimited. He went to Counter Earth. It was an amazing series. He never found Mary Jane, but it was a weird, different kind of series for Spider-Man. It's kind of like they made him like Batman Beyond-y with this like new look. But yeah, I didn't think they'd do this character. So if this hint is that, this is a great character. This would be perfect for a VHS, though. Would be perfect for a VHS line.
If they switched up again, no VHS reveals today. No Chameleon today either, by the way. Like, that did shed a tear as the stream ends. Like a single tear just rolled down my face because so far no Chameleon. What I'm hoping is that they're saving it for MCM and they're going to let me do the reveal as Chameleon. I will go on stage in the Chameleon. If they reveal Chameleon at MCM, I would wear the animated accurate costume of Chameleon and go in full Chameleon cosplay. But they won't. They're cowards. You're cowards. You heard me, Hasbro. You're cowards. Release Chameleon from the animated show. But yes, this is...
And if they reveal the full Goblin Queen Madeline Pryor, I will go as full Goblin Queen Madeline Pryor, right?
No, I want both of those now. What a duo. What a duo.
I'll get my tip ready, da.
So yeah, you're not wrong. When you said that this is the Spider-Man Batman Beyond, that's what I thought it was as a kid. I was like, this is clearly just the Spider-Man version of Batman Beyond. But I never gravitated towards it. I don't think I ever watched it. I must have watched it, but I have no attachment to it. So is this just an animated design, or did they use this design in the comics as well?
I think there was a Spider-Man Unlimited comic book that tied in with the TV show, but I don't think they ever used it in the comic book. I think, the Spider-Verse obviously now is in the comic books and in the TV series. Yeah. And the animated movies even. I think it did show up like in the Spider-Verse somewhere, but then like Tanner's favorite Spider-Man also showed up in there with a shoulder. So I'm sure like maybe his arm showed up or something like that.
Yeah, Dan Hayden says, you heard it here first, people. Dan Who cosplaying, I'll believe it when I see it. Look, I said, look, Jamie even says, you wouldn't need to do that. You could just wear the bout. You could just wear Chameleon's bout and your Chameleon as Dan Who, essentially. Look, if they reveal Chameleon, I'll do it, people, I promise. But they're cowards and they won't release animated Chameleon. They're scared for some reason. I don't know why. A bunch of cowards, Hasbro. But there you go. There's the two teasers. I think Rich is bang on the money. Spider-Boy and Spider-Man Unlimited are probably associated with an upcoming Spider-Man wave. Again, I'm probably thinking later on in the year. Probably going to be on those modern card backs. Would be my educated guess, but could be a Build-A-Figure wave. We are due more Build-A-Figures. There hasn't been many this year, again, because there's different formats. Hero Collections, I've heard of him. He says, tomorrow, Disney Store, London, let's fucking go. Yeah, so Brandon is going to be at the Disney Store tomorrow showing off some of these new reveals. Now, I don't know everything he's going to be showing off. He's keeping it tight-lipped. Now, Disney Store have sent out an invite with the Deadpool logo, so we can probably assume there'll be some Deadpool-related figures, but maybe something else. We shall see. Where's my little... I've got a graphic for this somewhere. There it is. So tomorrow, Disney Store Instagram even posted on their story earlier. But yes, tomorrow, I will be at the Disney Store in London. That's right. People think... the UK is London, but the UK is more than London. Like, Rich lives in Wales, which is a different country. I live in Coventry, which is like 2.5 hours away from London.
Are you not from London?
I am not from London, no.
Why did you talk like Dick Van Dyke then in Mary Poppins?
I don't know. Must have watched that film a lot as a kid. I was a chimney sweep. That's a story for another day. Yeah, so I'll be in London tomorrow. I'm driving down with a car full, if my car can make it. Let's hope it does. Fingers crossed. So yes, tomorrow 2 a.m. If you are on the guest list, again, the guest list has been going about for the last week, so hopefully you've already hit up and you've filled in the details. But it will be open to the public as well from about 3 o'clock. So even if you're not on a guest list, pop down to the Disney shop at 3 o'clock and come and check out some new Marvel Legends, all right? But if you're in London and you can get the tube to Oxford Street and you know where the Disney shop is, Come and say hello. Come and hang out. It's not just going to be me there. There's a whole crew. Jay's going to be there. Kiara's going to be there. She may wear a duck hat. Who knows? Adam Batman Moran will be there in Wolverine cosplay. He told me. Full Wolverine cosplay. He's probably at Jay's tonight, right? Isn't he staying at Jay's tonight? He's probably there right now. Craig's coming down. We've got Jamie Gitchard's coming down. The Duck Commissioner. We've got Dan Hayden's going to be there. The-Man is going to be there. Double OZ taking a break from his secret missions. Phil Jones is coming. I'm going to see
someone's representing Wales. There we go.
Phil Jones is going to be there. I'm sure I'm missing people as well. Tariq is going to be there as well. So good crew, good Who crew representation are going to be at London tomorrow. So come on down. He says, how late is this going? It's going from 2 till 4. So Tanner, you'll be off eating chicken. Tanner will be streaming live from Wingfest instead. So if you want to see some chicken wings, Tanner will be streaming live from Wingfest. We'll be checking out some new Marvel Legends instead. And then we're going to buy some chicken and eat some chicken afterwards. But yeah, Tanner, enjoy your chicken wings. The Who crew will assemble. Who crew assemble at the Disney store tomorrow in London. That's where I'll be. Shout out Brandon. Bring us some new Marvel Legends. Brandon, bring the good ones, all right? All the good reveals from today. Bring them, all right? Good. All right, deal. He agreed. He agreed. He's about to do our Marvel reaction. Oh, okay, so Adam is at Jay's house right now. Right, have we got any more reveals? Let's have a quick look. Am I missing anything, Rich? Have we got them all now?
What the or whatever is coming back.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Did you not like it? Yeah, I liked it. It's harmless fun.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Fine. Right. Let's go back to the question I originally asked you then. Based off today's reveals, give us a top 3. What was your top 3 reveals from today's panel?
ROM the Space Knight would be number 1.
Number 1.
Crystal and Lockjaw, number 2.
It is a 2-pack, so I will allow them to be together, yeah.
And then maybe Colossus. Maybe movie Colossus for number 3.
Nice.
Even though we knew it was coming. Bingo! Rectangular bingo.
Yeah, he's got
it looks good. It looks better than I thought it was going to look, so I'm always happy with that.
I am going to say... What should I say? My top 3. So in 3rd place, with the bronze medal, I'll go with the Outriders 2-pack. Nice MCU army builder, some fodder for the Avengers. I love Endgame and Infinity War, 2 of my favourite films, full stop, period. So nice to have some evil representation to go on my shelf with the Black Order. The Black Order? Dark Order? Black Order, right?
Black Order.
Yeah. So they're in my 3rd place. In 2nd place, I'm probably going to go for Lockjaw and Crystal. Definitely needed in the Marvel Legends line, but it does make me a little bit sad as I just keep devaluing my collection, as now I have a Mezco Lockjaw on my shelf that's going to get replaced with a Marvel one. So I will do a Mezco versus Marvel comparison with Lockjaw. But Crystal, another Inhuman in her yellow jumpsuit, it was absolutely something I wanted, and it is the perfect pairing. It really is. So not mad at it at all. So that takes the silver medal. But taking the gold medal, it just has to be the Punisher, right? I've been asking for it. They delivered.
Yeah.
How can it not be number 1? Brand new, completely tooled Punisher with double-jointed, articulated goodness. He has the skull. He has his weapons, interchangeable heads. Has to be the Punisher. Shout out Christopher Allen, as I'm sure that's his favourite today as well. Everybody's favourite. You need to get a T-shirt that says that. Everybody's favourite, Christopher Allen. But yes, they are my top 3. But there are some other good ones in there as well, like Wong. Very happy to see. I would have preferred like Wong and Baron Mordo, selfishly, because they're 2 characters I think we need. But Wong being paired with Doctor Strange makes a lot of sense. But it is a demon possessed version of Strange. So there you go.
I'm back to Dog 2. Technically a 3-pack.
Yeah, technically, and yeah, technically. But I think my favourite thing, like they're in order of the things that were revealed that are relatively coming out soon. That's it. But I think if Dragon Man was up for pre-order and actually like we seen the finished product and we knew what was going on, I think Dragon Man would undoubtedly be the best thing from today. But there's still mystery surrounding it at the minute. We don't know the price point. We don't know when it's coming out. It could still be a 2025 figure. It probably is a 2025 figure at this point. So
yeah.
But Dragon Man, if it hits all those marks, it's at a comfortable price point. It looks great after when it's like nearly done. I think Dragon Man will be the top of the list for me. But need more Spider-Man love, said Mike Hex. I think you'll get it. Now, someone asked in the chat earlier, I think it was John, he was asking about Secret Wars. Now, we said there was potential for them at Comic-Con to discuss Secret Wars. Now, They could still put out some teasers before the end of the week. There are still 2 full days of Comic-Con, Saturday and Sunday. And Ryan Ting is a sneaky man. Like, he might put out a little accessory before the weekend's over, a little teaser, maybe an extra reveal. We don't know. I don't think it will be Secret Wars related. I told you they needed to say something big for PulseCon. We now have official date for PulseCon. And if I took a screen grab from earlier, I might have the date for us. So they're giving these out at San Diego Comic-Con, which actually has the date, if we enhance, September the 13th. So PulseCon 2024 is going to be September the 13th. Now, let me look at my calendar. And the September...
7 weeks, just 7 weeks away.
7 weeks away, and it's also a Friday. So the Hasbro team needs something big for PulseCon. They need to reveal a full wave or something, a full assortment.
I'm off that week.
Happy day. Hey! I'm going to make sure I'm not on holiday for this one, because trying to film a video in a hotel room was not fun, and Rich had to do it for me, so I appreciate you, Rich.
I mean, that is the best edited video on the channel.
It was. Not even lying. I wanted to give Rich a full-time job, but I couldn't afford his salary. But yes, September the 13th is Hasbro PulseCon 2024. Friday, September the 13th. My prediction and strong assumption and educated guess is that's where Secret Wars is going to be revealed. Like, it's got a comic-based wave, so it doesn't need to be revealed by one of the online outlets. It could do, but usually they save that for live-action stuff. So they need something big for this event. They need something to hype up and have the big reveal. I think it's Secret Wars. I think the Secret Wars wave is going to be there, and I want to see characters like Titania, if you're rich, and
tits. I just want tits.
He just wants tits. And Beyonder as well. So yeah, Secret Wars, I think, will be PulseCon. We could be wrong again. But based off what we know, it's Secret Wars anniversary. They've been rumored. They've got to come out in 2024 for them to hit the anniversary. And if they're going to come out Q4, they need to be revealed soon. So PulseCon is probably your bet for Secret Wars. There are other rumors out there that have still yet to be revealed, so probably going to be PulseCon. All right, so
not too many though. Not too many. From Rectangular Bingo is nearly a full house. Eyes down. Yeah. There's not too many left to reveal.
Yeah, he's waiting to shout house. He is waiting to stamp that last square and just start screaming house and run round with his ticket. But yeah, Constrictor and Crossbones is another 2-pack missing. But remember, that list, Rectangular's only right 99.9% of the time. Remember, he's like disinfectant. So there is room for error, and he was wrong about the Destiny and Mystique 2-pack. It turned out to be Rogue and Destiny. So
or Jesse Falcon went, that fucking bastard Rectangular, you take that Mystique out and you put shitty Rogue that no one wants in. How dare you? How dare you?
It is Secret Wars accurate Rogue. So if Secret Wars Wave gets revealed, maybe that will be a nice complimentary piece.
And then he told a 50-minute story about Rogue. That's what he did. I know. That's what Jesse Falcon did.
Yeah. So Crossbones and Constrictor, even though they're rumoured to be together, they may not be. Right? There's still chance. Until they're officially revealed, they are still just a rumour. And considering the Serpent Society are meant to be within the Captain America movie, I do think we will get more Serpent Society characters. Like, wasn't Diamondback in the... You've got a Diamondback plush, right?
I've got a Diamondback plush from McDonald's.
We're going to get...
Shout out Phil Jones.
Yeah, shout out Phil Jones. So, again, we know we're getting more Serpent Society characters. It would make more sense for Constrictor to be packed with a character like Diamondback, to be fair, or Bushwacker or someone. Or not Bushwacker. Is it Bushwacker? Who am I thinking of? The one with the tail.
Constrictor.
Basically, I get the Cobra La 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 and Serpent Society confused because they're basically the same bloody concept. It's like snake people. Anyway, Constrictor and Crossbones. Bushmaster, yes.
Thank you, Andy B.
Thank you. Yeah, there you go. Cap lives. So remember when he had Riders Hawkeye on his leak list for 3 years? That is very true. And Ryan Ting knew it as well, because every single live stream, Ryan Ting would put that Hawkeye in the background and never got revealed for ages. So yes, the Hasbro team are well aware of all of these rumors out there, and they are not scared to move things around as we have seen. So there you go.
Wait, look at my arm where I fell earlier as well. Don't drink, kids. I fell. There we go.
Oh, no. Did you fall outside in the house?
Yeah, I felt it was a big thing earlier. I'm fine now. I'm fine.
Okay, good. Rich send your well wishes to Rich. We wish you a speedy recovery, Rich.
I'm hoping the live roleplay item is a Professor Xavier tray because I might need one the way it's going down.
Hey, you've got that accurate head as well.
Dad, just take my glasses off and away we go.
Charles, is that you? Please come to Comic-Con in a wheelchair and a green suit, please. I'll push you.
You can get in the front of the queue. You can push me around.
That's it. That's our trick. I will push you. I will commit to pushing you in my full chameleon cosplay. If they reveal chameleon.
So stupid.
Scooby, can we get to the front of the queue? And my friend is Charles Xavier. Let's do it. Let's just get the whole Who crew just goes a different X-Men character, and we just invade MCM Comic-Con. Right, I want to have a diamond back for 20 years. Love the costume, says Utterly. Jamie says, I saw something the other day saying that you've aged when tripping over becomes a fall. That's pretty good. That's true, isn't it? Like, you're young, you just trip over, you get up, you're fine. But if it turns into a fall, you've hit a certain bracket. Yeah, for sure. I had a fall earlier. I didn't trip. When Amanda trips, I say, next time send me a postcard. It cracks me up every time. I just laugh at my own joke. Get it? Because she took a trip. Never mind. You can use that one, Rich. You're welcome to use that next time. Gay Writers a trip. You go get me a postcard next time. Like, you're welcome. You can have that as well, chat. That one's for free. Right. That's a great. So, are we underwhelmed, Rich? Like, they did show off some great stuff, but was it the Comic-Cons of the past? It wasn't, was it?
I think the big thing was obviously the big reveal would have been the Deadpool Wolverine wave, and then because it got leaked like earlier this week, it kind of like took the wind out of the sails of that. I think that was the big thing. So yeah, I think what they showed was good. I just think there wasn't a lot of it, but I think a lot of that this year, like we said about the Build-A-Figure waves, we said this a lot of times, but like Thunderbolts, Captain America, they've both been pushed to next year. There's supposed to be a Spider-Verse wave. That's probably even pushed to like next year, even the year after, when the next Spider-Verse movie comes out. So again, I think there's a lot of stuff that should have been that they can't reveal. And like they said, because of the production schedule, it's hard to put. It's easier to push stuff back than it is to bring stuff forward. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's why it seems like there's like hardly any baths this year. Because I think we've had three bath waves. Is that it?
Three, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've had 11 in some years. Now, don't get me wrong, times have changed. The formats of getting things have changed. Pulse exists now as well, which gives them a new avenue.
Yeah. Top 10 baths this year is going to be a long one, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you'll notice I usually do top 5 baths, but
double wheel going past.
I don't think I even did a top Build-A-Figure list this year. I did a Spider-Man top 10 instead. Anyway, there's still lots of great stuff from today. So I don't want to end on a negative note by any means. I do think not getting a HasLab is on the surface may seem like, oh no, what's wrong? But like, I think about it, people. Could be a good thing. It means things are not getting stuck behind campaigns that may not be successful. If you want a Dragon Man, anyone who wants one is going to be able to buy one without the added tiers and stress and price and all of that. So yeah, so hopefully that ends up being a nice price point. But again, that's a conversation for another day. But they had some great reveals today. I'm getting my new Punisher. Can't wait for that. We're getting Lockjaw and Crystal. Again, people are getting ROM, which I'm happy with. Still need a Mephisto. Agreed, Jamie. But again, there's still PulseCon, and that's where I think we're going to get Secret Wars. Would I eat my hat if it's not revealed? How confident? That's eating my hat bet is always my level of confidence. I'm pretty confident Secret Wars will be revealed there. I don't understand why it isn't. Anyway, final thoughts, Rich? Any final thoughts?
I think they didn't reveal maybe as much as we thought, but then I think what they revealed was good. Like, yeah. I mean, the Outriders were not something that I'm big on, but I think comic book wise, I was happy with everything that was revealed. There wasn't like one thing I thought, oh, that's a dud, that's rubbish. I think, and there was something for everyone, whether you're like an Inhumans fan, whether you're a fan of obscure characters like ROM, Punisher fans, like there was something for everyone, I think.
Yeah,
so that's always good when it's like different things from different properties.
New character. I always say I love adding new characters to the collection, world building, complete adding members to teams, which we can do today. We can upgrade certain characters today. Some potential for future great figures as well with that Dragon Man. So yeah, I don't think today was negative by any means. I just meant I'm just saying in the past, sometimes San Diego Comic-Con they go crazy and they start showing you digital renders from like next year and like they could show you lots. So I think in regards to quantity, it wasn't as much as we're used to seeing at Comic-Con, but in regards to quality, what they showed, it was there. It was there. Again, Legends are definitely heading in a better direction this year. I think the community can all agree on that. And again, we've got PulseCon in 7 weeks as well, but from now to PulseCon, people are probably going to be getting the 85th anniversary line in hand, and I know people are excited about that. So yeah, again, Legends are still on the right track, people. All right. So I know HasLab. Again, that's extra money in your pocket, all right? There's lots of other stuff being shown off at San Diego Comic-Con this week that I'm sure you want as well. So now you got some extra spending money, all right? You don't have to worry about that additional fee. Shout out G.I. Joe as well, who's already backed and confirmed on the RATLab, but I will be doing a Joe's and Juice to discuss that, I have no doubt. So check out a post Comic-Con Joe's and Juice and Turtles and Tea at some point next week, I'm sure. But one last time, Legends and Liquor is going to be this Sunday. So if you want to be on Legends and Liquor this week, start hitting me up because I'm really busy tomorrow. I don't know if I've mentioned I'm going to London to check out some of these new Marvel Legends. So start hitting me up today if you want to be on Legends and Liquor for Sunday with your preference for group. But again, if you don't tell me, I'll just put you where I can fit you. But yeah, it'll be a full house Sunday, I have no doubts, because there's just so much to talk about in regards to San Diego Comic-Con. So much to talk about. But for one more time, I'll be at London tomorrow. Screen grab it. That's the address. That's the time. That's the date. I'll be there. Some new Marvel Legends will be there. Brandon from Hasbro will be there. Or Brandon from the previous co-host of the Dan Who live stream. That's what we call him around here. But he now works at Hasbro and he has some new Marvel Legends to show off. So again, what's he going to be showing off? I don't know. Probably Deadpool? Something else? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'll be live streaming. I'm going to be doing a special live stream. Probably not bang on 2, but around about that time. So just have the notification bell on the channel. Make sure you got alerts on. And I'll be going live from the Disney store in London. Wish me luck, because I have no idea. I'm going to take my laptop and a mic and hope everything goes well. So wish me luck, but I'll be there live, chat to Brandon, I'll bring on some guests, talk about these new toys. But Rich, tell the good people where they can find you online.
So you can find me in the Jesse Falcon Boredom support group on Facebook that I've just started. And if you're not there, you can find me on Displayed Once on Instagram.
Look, he's just excited. He wants to tell his stories. He waits for that Comic-Con moment every year. He's just got stories. He's full of energy, and he bless him. And I'll be back tomorrow, as I said, and back Sunday. Again, the streaming fest continues on Dan Who Live. But we're 3 down now, Rich. We're 3 down and 2 to go. So I need to start crossing these off my list. 3 down and 2 to go. Pre-Comic-Con, done. Episode 200, done. Reveals recap, done. And I'll see you tomorrow in London. Goodbye. Some good reveals today. Let me know in the comments on the replay crew what your favourite reveal from today's panel was. Let me know in the comments. And then check out that video. And then check out that video. Or that video. It might be a playlist. Go and check out the playlist. Watch it all. I don't mind. Put it on mute and go to sleep. Get that watch time off. I appreciate it.
Jesse Falcon's in none of the videos. Can't confirm.